Hi, I'm Polly Pearson, and I work a lot on employment branding and employee engagement at EMC. And EMC is an engineers company, right? A technology company loaded with engineers. And we all know that engineers aren't the most extroverted at a party, right? It's just not how they roll. And one of the things that I learned from reading some dialogue in our social network was that it was actually a tip sheet for salespeople to say, when you call an engineer, don't expect to brainstorm or freeform with them in any way. They're very logical, and they're going to want to answer your questions in a logical manner, right? So write down what you want from them before you engage them. And that for me was a real learning moment, because I found that our engineers are truly, truly thriving when they engage in our internal social network, because it allows them to read what is needed, or if somebody asks for an idea, they can read it and reply in their own time. And as a result of many of our engineers engaging on that type of network, I've seen careers blossom. One fellow 2 years ago was an engineer here that had actually 150 patents, and no one knew his name. No one knew who he was, because he prided himself on keeping his head down, doing his work, and innovating. And if he was known, he feared he'd be called into meetings, which would keep him from innovating, right? Which I love that. I totally respect that. But for him, his head turned around when he started seeing the benefit of engaging on first the internal social network and then on external social networks, geared to technical discussions. He's not talking about baking an apple pie there, right? So he started engaging internal, sharing some of his wisdom. He was great at data integrity and quality and creating code that did really cool things, right? And other people really learned from that and benefited from his writings and said, gee, you should write some more. I'd like to learn more from you. So he was teaching the next generation of engineers, and he was connecting engineers globally. Maybe we had some in Russia or China or India or across the United States with his ideas. And the light bulb went on for him at that moment. He said, if I share my ideas with others, especially about the next product I want to invent, they will engage with me, which will add fuel and momentum to getting that product out the door. So he actually has learned that getting out there and engaging in these social networks can help him develop products faster, not slower. And so he started blogging inside of our social network, then he started a blog outside, and customers started finding him, and prospects started finding him to say, hey, I love this idea, I have a challenge, I have a problem, what do you think about that? And that gave him more ideas of things to invent. And then he went forward and he wrote a book, right? And now he's in Russia right now, actually, speaking on his books, speaking on his innovation with engineering students, and he's about to write another one, and he continues to file patents. So I just want to share that putting yourself out there might go against the grain for an engineer, but by putting yourself out there, more goodness can come from your ideas. More people will learn about them, and they'll be more apt to be brought to market.